What's up, y'all? Coach Rees here. Welcome to episode 2 of Practice. Let's get it. On today's episode, we're talking about purpose. This is my favorite topic because I firmly believe that everybody was born on purpose with the purpose to live out their purpose with confidence. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you live out your purpose with confidence. So let's get into today's episode. Purpose can have a lot of different meanings depending on who you ask, but I believe that purpose is twofold. I believe that purpose is being and it is doing. Right here, right now, as I record this video, I am being in my purpose. I am doing my purpose. I'm using my voice. I'm using my knowledge to help you grow and living out your purpose with confidence, because I believe that's part of my purpose. But once I'm done recording this video, I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna eat dinner. And that's also me being in my purpose, because me just being as a human being is a form of me being in my purpose. I don't always have to be creating and doing and acting in a way in order for me to be living out my purpose. And I think that's where a lot of people get it confused, because a lot of people get upset or are sad or disappointed when they feel like they don't know what their purpose is. But I think in order for me to discover my purpose, I just have to be. When I'm just being me, my purpose is revealed to me. But if I'm trying to be somebody else, I'm trying to act out somebody else, my purpose isn't really revealed. Oh, shoot. If I'm trying to be and act, if I'm trying to be somebody else or live out somebody else's life and I'm not being authentic to me, that doesn't allow me to figure out what my purpose is. My purpose doesn't get revealed to me while I'm trying to be somebody else. But when you're committed to just being your authentic self, that allows you to grow in your purpose. I believe that being is one of the most important parts of purpose, simply because it allows you to just be you. It allows you to rest. It allows you to play. It allows you to have fun. And it isn't always the execution. The doing aspect of our purpose is the execution. The being is you just being you. I also believe there's a third layer to purpose, and that's the becoming. While I'm being who I am and I'm doing my purpose, I'm also becoming that much more of who I was created to be. The doing part of my purpose is attached to my passions. If I want to figure out what is my purpose beyond being myself, I don't have to look much further than me. I get to look inherently inside and figure out what are my gifts, what are my talents, what are the things that I love to do, what are things that are just like give me natural organic energy. I believe those are the things that are connected to our purpose, that are connected to the doing aspect of our purpose. I firmly believe that our purpose is connected to humanity, because I believe that we were born for community, and without community, there's no light. And without humanity, what's the point? But don't ever get it twisted. I firmly believe that your purpose is connected to making a profit. So if you're somebody who struggles with the thought process that you shouldn't be making any money off of your purpose, that your purpose isn't profitable, then I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, you're wrong, and shame off you. You do not need to feel guilty by trying to make a profit off of your purpose, because a part of your purpose, I believe, is connected to your gifts, to your talents, to your knowledges, your skills, and your abilities. And what are you supposed to make money off of? Your gifts, your talents, your knowledge, your skills, and your abilities. So when you are disciplined, like we talked about in episode 1, by getting more practice and growing in all those areas, the profit that you'll get from that will only increase. And the more that you have, the more that you'll be able to give, which connects back to humanity, which also connects back, giving back to yourself, giving back to your family, connects back to giving back to community. And I firmly believe that our purpose is connected to profit, and the doing of your purpose is how you make that profit. I believe that purpose is such an important topic, and I'm enamored with helping people live it out with confidence, because it's connected to our hope, it's connected to our optimism, it's connected to our reason for being. And when people feel like they lack hope and optimism, then their psychological well-being declines. When your psychological well-being declines, this impacts your confidence. This impacts your self-efficacy. This impacts your belief in yourself and your reason for wanting to live. And I believe that everybody was born with their purpose on purpose in order to live out their purpose with confidence. You might say, all right, Coach Rees, well, I believe that I have a purpose, but I just don't know what it is. So how did you discover yours? So for me, growing up, I had parents and my mom who really instilled confidence in me that I was born with the purpose on purpose, and that I was not a mistake, and that God created me to do something great. And so from a young age, I always believed that there was something I was supposed to do. but also she allowed me to get a lot of life experiences. And so this is one of the main things that changed my life and why I'm so passionate about other people getting a lot of life experiences. Because when you get experience, you're able to be curious and you're able to find out more about yourself. So when you allow kids or just yourself as a young adult to just explore, to get experiences and to be curious, you find out, do I like this? Do I not like this? And this is why I think it's important for when you're going to school to try to take as many sort of classes as you can so that you can get curious about this subject, or to hop on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and figure out what type of things excite you. So from an early age, I was able to discover what things excited me. It was teaching, it was talking, it was encouraging other people, it was coaching. I started coaching at the age of 15 and I fell in love with it. And since 15 years old, I knew this is exactly what I wanted to do. I knew it wasn't always going to be in basketball, but I just wanted to coach people. I wanted to encourage people. I wanted to uplift people. And so I got so curious about leadership and how I help people grow at a young age that now I've almost been doing this for about 20 years. But I understand that being able to discover my purpose at such a young age is a privilege. So I hope that you, whatever age that you're at right now and you're watching this, and you're able to say, you know what? I'm going to give myself permission to get curious about the things that excite me. I'm going to give myself permission to get experiences. I'm going to give myself permission to just live and just be. Because remember, wherever you're at, you're living in the being aspect of your purpose, but you may not feel like you're actually executing in the doing aspect of your purpose. And this is where I want to coach you up right here on the doing, so that way as you're continually becoming and living out your purpose, that you're able to actually hit your potential, and that's being your best self more times than not. So here are 3 keys that I believe that are attached to purpose. It starts with self, but ends with others. Your purpose starts with you just being you, but it ends with how is my purpose going to impact and positively impact somebody else's life. Remember, purpose is connected to humanity and is connected to profit. Number 2, living and believing that you have a purpose is connected to your psychological well-being. Psychological well-being is so important. I'm going to talk about this probably every episode, because your psychological well-being deals with your depression, stress, anxiety, your self-efficacy, how you think about yourself, how you move through the world, your ability to have a growth mindset, all those things that allow us to be our best self and live out our purpose with confidence. And so if you're able to commit to saying, I want to execute in my purpose, this is going to impact your psychological well-being through hope, through optimism, through self-efficacy, and through resilience. These things right here are going to help you develop a growth mindset that says, I am going to do what I can as often as I can, as much as I can, to live out my purpose with confidence, and I'm going to accept the failure that comes along the way with it. 3, attempting to live out your purpose in the doing aspect by growing in your knowledge, skills, abilities, resources, and gifts allows you to develop more psychological capital. This is going to go back to hope, optimism, efficacy, and resistance. If you're able to say, I'm going to invest in my purpose in this way, then you're going to increase your psychological capital. And your capital is your most important asset. Hear me when I say this. Your internal capital, your authentic capital, your psychological capital is your most important asset, because it's your mindset. It's how you think about you, and it's how you think about your life. So when you're willing to invest in yourself and your authentic capital, your psychological capital, that allows you to move through life differently. And when you're able to invest a different type of energy in yourself, you're also going to project different types of energy out to other people. All right, y'all, so as we end practice, here are 3 drills that are gonna help you live out your purpose with confidence, or discover your purpose with confidence. Number 1, get curious. Get curious about all the things that bring you joy, all the things that you hope for. Get curious about creating brand new dreams. Get curious about new experiences. Spend some time just sitting alone with yourself and saying, what brings me joy? What makes me happy? What is something that I think that I'm really good at, but I'm not really sure, but I'd like to get better at? Get curious about yourself and the world around you. Number 2, you've probably heard this question before, but I'm gonna ask it again. If money didn't matter, what would you do? Now, I know money matters, but we wanna start backwards. If money didn't matter, what would you do? How would you spend your time? How would you interact? If somebody gave you $10,000 or $50,000 today, would your day-to-day or your week change? If it did, how? It's important to start here with this question and saying, if money didn't matter, what would I do? Because that's the thing that you want to figure out. Now, how do I make money doing that very thing? And this is why I believe that your purpose is connected to profit. I'll tell you another quick story. When I was 21, my little sister was murdered and she was 19. And I remember in the moment thinking how fatal life is and how it can be gone just like that, and how my little sister's life was taken away from her. And in that moment, I remember saying, I'm never going to do anything that I'm not passionate about. I'm never going to do anything that I wouldn't do for free. And so this is why I think it's really important to ask yourself this question is, what would you do if nobody had to pay you to do this specific thing? You would just do it because you love it. You would just do it because it brings you joy. That is the very thing that is connected to your purpose. And I'm grateful and honored to say that since 21, I have not had to do anything that wasn't connected to my purpose, because I made that promise to myself. I haven't had to do anything that wasn't connected to my passions, because I made that promise to myself to live a life of purpose on purpose. So regardless of where you're at right now, I want you to ask yourself, are you living in purpose and on purpose? And if money didn't matter, what would you do? Number 3, ask yourself, what pisses me off? I think anger is a key indicator of something that is connected to your purpose. What makes you so angry that you want to do something about it? What is so unjust that it makes your skin crawl and you're like, I wish I could do something about this thing? And here's the part about this. This may not be something that's connected to profit of your purpose, but this is definitely something that's connected to the humanity aspect of your purpose. And this may be a way that you use your gifts and talents to serve somebody else, because remember, we were made for community and not everybody has the same amount of privileges as everybody else. And so this is why I believe that our purpose is connected, 1, to profit, and 2, to humanity. Because I also believe that there's a percentage of my profit made by my purpose that is specifically dedicated to serving other people. So you may be in a space of your life, you feel like you're living out your purpose in the act of making a profit off it, but are you serving somebody else? Are you activating that part of your purpose that is specifically dedicated to helping other people in some way, shape, or form? Now I got a bonus tip for you. Get in the gap. When I say get in the gap, I'm encouraging you to give away your purpose. Find as many opportunities as you can that allow you to get in the gap. Find as many opportunities as you can that allow you to just give away your purpose, whether that's through service, whether you're just trying to get in reps, regardless of what it is, get in the gap. The more you get in the gap, the more you get practice, the more repetition, the better you get, the more understanding, the more feedback, all the above. So get in the gap as much as you can so that way you can grow in understanding your purpose, and simply you'll get better. And when you get better, you grow in your confidence, which equals you living out your purpose with confidence. All right, y'all, so I want to know, what is your purpose? Drop it in the comments and let me know. Or if you're somebody who's like, Coach Rees, I don't know what my purpose is, but I want to find out, hit me up so that way I can help you discover and get clarity on what your purpose is and how you can connect it to profit and service of other people. And like always, I believe that you are worthy of living out your purpose with confidence. So like, share, subscribe, all that other fun stuff, and I will see you in episode 3. Peace.